Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. I am Mystic Share Bear. I took a little break for a while. I was feeling just kind of like I didn't feel like doing any videos, but today I'm feeling compelled to do another video, and I have a really funny story. So I got on here and I already started this video once, and it was going well, and I was gonna do it like I always do, and there was a sound, it distracted me. I was talking about how I channeled a message this morning, and it was about change is shaking things up. Change is good, especially when you can see it as a good thing, as it's a necessary thing to be able to grow. We got to change some things. And then I thought someone pulled in the driveway. There was a weird noise. And so I jumped up and stopped the video and looked, and there was nothing there. And I just started laughing and was like, oh my gosh, talking about signs from the universe confirming, like, we're going to make you change this up. Like, you had to stop your. So I came back and I thought I could just start the video again, but anyway, I couldn't do that. And then I was like laughing again, going, oh my gosh, they are literally like, you have to start over. And I was like, okay, clearly I can see I need to start over first. And then they showed me, like, do it different. Don't do it the way you did it the last few times. Do something different. So here I am. I did something different before the video started, and now I'm doing something different after, because I saw the signs of spirit saying, hey, we're just going to confirm this channeled message for you that, yeah, you got it right. Like, you got to change stuff up. So here I am. And it's not changed that much, don't worry. But so let's just take a breath. I always like to open my videos with us just get here. If you have a second, I promise this won't be too long, and let's just be together for a moment and take a deep breath. And let it out. Just be here. Just be here right now. We each just have a few minutes to do some fun interaction and talking about spirituality and life. And so again, that's the message I got this morning. Change things up, do things different. Know that change is good. Change is growth. Change, and again, sometimes change is hard. I'm living that, and I'm sure you all can relate. Change is hard, but it's necessary sometimes so that we can grow. And it's so fun to grow. So today, I want to share with you, I saw a beautiful soul on Open Minds. Beautiful program, Open Minds. And it's on Gaia, and it's also on YouTube. Check it out. Fabulous information on there. I could go on and on, but I won't. So there was a beautiful soul on there talking about originally, like her grandmother taught her tarot using a deck of cards. And if I'm relaying the story correctly, and I might not be, but it's close enough, I think, that her grandmother, used to do tarot for the whole community, and they called it just, people, you couldn't call it, I'm having friends over to do a reading, so they would call it playing cards. But tarot originally started with a deck of cards, and in my soul, that feels right. And so that was super interesting. And then there was another gentleman on the same program, Open Minds, and it was Robert Camp. Yes, Robert Camp. And he has this book called Cards of Destiny. And so you have a birth card in this book. You can find your birth card. It's absolutely simple, and you can look at like kind of your whole life's layout. It just takes a few minutes to read the basics, but it also goes into depth of, it's amazing. And I have just learned the other day, Spirit just said, use a deck of cards and do tarot and look in this book. And I didn't even realize it's amazing. I like it. I don't want to say I like it better than tarot, but it's super fun. Check it out. Here we go. I already drew, shuffled, and got the 7 of clubs, the 3 of diamonds, and the 2 of hearts. And so we've been talking about, I haven't looked up what these are. I'm going to do it, and we're going to read them together. And they're short, I promise. And again, remember the theme of the day is, change, kind of shake things up, You can do the same thing, maybe just do it in a different way. Maybe this is cueing people to look at things in a different perspective. But yeah, like I said, the way Spirit immediately was like, boop, you think you're gonna do this video this way, and I love that. It's confirmation. It's so beautiful, so beautiful. So the Seven of Clubs, and it lists right at the top like almost like an oracle card. It tells you what the card is about: dealing with negativity and exposure to spiritual knowledge. Okay, and so yes, negativity, and being able to see the negativity even behind the face that is all happy and smiley, and but still sending out negativity. That's all I want to say about that. Seven of Clubs. When the Seven of Clubs is present, you will either be exposed to spiritual knowledge, which is knowledge that leads one back to the self, or you will be challenged to let go of mental attitudes and beliefs that are keeping you trapped on lower levels of thought. Changing your thoughts. The lowest side of this card is negative thinking. The highest side is mental and spiritual revelation, expanded consciousness. How it manifests for you will depend upon your ability to elevate your thinking. Awesome. Just take that how it resonates, and I'm sure it does with many of you, as it does with me. So next is the Three of Diamonds. And this book is laid out so simply that everything, it goes in order of numbers and then suit, and so they're easy to find. Three of Diamonds. So Three of Diamonds, and so our first card was 7, now we got a 3. So diversity, the Three of Diamonds is diversity in values, financial creativity, or worry about finances. The meaning of the Three of Diamonds: the Three of Diamonds signifies that indecision or worry about some money matter may be a large part of your experience when this card is present. This card has such a strong creative energy associated with it that if we don't find some productive creative outlet for its energies, we will inevitably feel afraid and indecisive. The key to find ways to express ourselves when this card shows, the key is to find ways to express ourselves when this card shows up. And how interesting that I started, there's more, but how interesting that I started the video saying I haven't done this in a while, I just haven't been feeling it, and then all of a sudden today, boom, it's like, it's time. You gotta keep moving forward. You know you like doing this. That's all I'm gonna say. So the last part of that is, it could also mean getting two opportunities for work at one time, or having to split our time between two projects or money-making deals. Often, variety can be a blessing, allowing us to explore other areas. Usually, however, lack of focus brings lack of achievement or lack of detail in one project or the other. Knowing this may help you avoid wasting this invaluable creative force. Interesting. Yeah, I'm just trying to decipher that message, and what I'm feeling is that if you're like me, I have a million ideas in my head, and I know that they're all possible, but I do then get kind of overwhelmed with trying to focus on, like, which one do I want to focus on? Which one, which one really speaks to me? And I kind of have been going through a little bit of that lately, and I think then I'm here doing this video, must be you all are experiencing that too. So it's just about, it's okay, and it's such a beautiful thing to have all these possibilities in front of us, and just go with your intuition, pick which one feels the best to you, and let the universe guide you, because they will. Like with the signs from this video, them stopping it and me coming back and doing it completely different. So then the last one is the Two of Hearts, and that one is union and love. That's been coming up a lot for me as well. The Two of Hearts literally means a union of hearts. This card speaks of your close relationships, including lovers, marriage partner, or closest friends. For someone desiring a relationship, this could be the best possible card to have, since it is one of the strongest love affair cards. It can also mean this time spent with dear friends or family members. It can also mean time spent with dear friends or family members. Even the birth of a child can show up as a Two of Hearts, since the pairing of a mother or father with a baby can be much like a love affair. Oh, that's sweet. Whenever the Two of Hearts appears, you can be certain that you will be spending some time with someone you love. Well, that's really beautiful. And so, yeah, I'm feeling that myself, and I feel like as a collective, I think we're all seeing that we need to really evaluate all of our relationships and really focus on the ones that mean the most to us, right? The people who genuinely have good will and good intentions for us. 1111 as I look up. That's a big thing, and I can honestly say I have been very surprised to learn how many relationships, on the surface they're great, but underneath there's just some genuine, like, jealousy or competition kind of mindset. That's what's coming up. Like it's tricky. It's like, this is tricky. It's about discernment, just being able to see everything in every relationship that you have, the good, the bad, the every trait, and looking at it and saying, like, yeah, I see all that. I understand it. I get it. Now, which parts of this can I be okay with and which parts that I can't? And yeah, that's really it. And yeah, I feel like I just want to leave it there. And let's have Spirit give us, well, one more card that came flipping out to just clarify this. And it was the Six of Spades. And I'm looking at the cards, the numbers. We've got 7, 3, that plus 3, that's 10, plus 2 is 12, plus 6 is 18. So that might be significant. We got 2, 3, 6, 7, they're going up in order. That's a good thing. We're ascending, we're making the right steps to move forward. That's a beautiful thing. Here's the Six of Spades. All right, let's see if that clarifies anything for us. So this says fate and karma in action, paybacks from the past in many forms. Ooh, that sounds a little ominous, but I feel like it's a good thing. Let's read this. The Six of Spades is the strongest of the karma cards. Karma, yeah, so and honestly, relationships, every relationship in our life is karma. It's karma. It really is. That's why these people are in our lives. Everyone, it's karma. We each have something to learn from each other. That's plain and simple. Doesn't have to have any negative or positive. I mean, it should have all positive, attached to it. Like, literally every relationship in your life is there to teach you. You have something to learn always, from every being that you come into contact with. Karma. When this card is present, you can expect a smoothing out of affairs in the realms of work and health. Beautiful, see? However, if you have had bad or negative habits in these areas, or if your lifestyle has included any activity which have intentionally or inadvertently hurt others, you may have to settle your accounts when this powerful card appears. Whatever happens when this card appears, see that as a guidepost to make corrections in your path. So I hear in that, saying that out loud and being connected with Spirit, I hear that we just have to, if something in a relationship or something that someone you're friends with or your family says something that you don't like or agree with, instead of taking the stance of, you know, they're wrong or that's not right, still say, yeah, I can see that, right? But I also see X, Y, or Z. And I feel like that's lacking in a lot of interactions and relationships, that the true hearing of each other, right? Because we're just so programmed to go to the same reaction when someone says something that we don't understand or we don't agree with, right? I'm going to leave that there. Sometimes events happen under this card's influence that are things which we were destined to do at some time in our life. Often these events change the course of our life, always for the better, even though at the time the events may not seem so good or life-enhancing. Oh my gosh, yes, change. Sometimes change feels bad, and it just does. It just doesn't feel good, or it doesn't feel like what we're used to. I don't even like to say that it should feel bad, because change is amazing. The Six of Spades will cause a settling of all affairs and at the same time bring some much needed peace into your life. See? In the end, there's always peace. If during that time you take some time to tune in to your deepest thoughts and feelings, you may become aware of a special message for you that comes from inside. This message may lead you to perform a special mission in your life, one that uplifts others in some important way. The Six of Spades is the card of fate. That is so amazing. I feel like before I even read that, I said that, like, not me, Spirit said that through me, that, yeah, you've got to look within and then say, you know, like, how do I do that to people? Do I really listen? You know, I think that's what it is. Like, when you see, like, someone else is doing something and you're like, ooh, that doesn't feel good. I always go, oh, then that doesn't feel good to me. Does that mean that I kind of do that in the same way? Because in my opinion, like, when you feel like, oh, like that didn't feel good, like either it was truly like it didn't feel good, someone was sending negative energy, but I always check in with myself first and say, is this triggering me because it's just actual bad energy coming towards me, or is it triggering something in me that I also need to realize within myself and say, oh, I do the same thing. Like, again, when you can look at relationships that way, it is amazing, and it can be mind-blowing. Every relationship is amazing. But if it is somebody you can decipher that is just then genuinely sending you negative energy, and again, some people send negative energy and they don't even know it, they don't even realize it. That's all I'm going to say about that. And that's it. They're beautiful people, but sometimes they do it and they just don't even know it. That's the truth. And that's it. I think I'm just going to leave it there. I thank you all if you stayed for this, if you listened to it, if it resonated with you, subscribe to my channel, like it. Spread the word about these beautiful, easy ways to just read your own, connect the spirit on your own. A deck of cards, an $8 book, you know, like, that's it. I love y'all. Have a beautiful day. Bye.